Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Jittery J Reacts. Next up this morning, we have another Awaken with JP. Uh, yeah, he puts out a lot of content, man. But we just had a new release from him, I think, a couple days ago. But anyway, this is the guy that believed Biden's speech. Uh, and yeah, if you would. If you like this, head over and hit JP with a like and subscribe. And if you enjoy watching this with me by the end, then do the same for me. Hit me with a like and subscribe. Uh, it's greatly appreciated. Let me know in the comments anything else that you want me to react to. But yeah, without further ado, here we go. I didn't watch Biden's speech, so I couldn't tell you what he's talking about.
Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans quote a clear and present danger to our democracy.
Right. It's because we don't have a democracy, we have a republic.
Fuck! Okay. What's up?
What are you doing?
What every sensible American who hates their country and loves their government should be doing. I'm trying to protect myself from all those dangerous extremist Trump-supporting Republicans we've been told to worry about.
I knew it. I'm trying to protect myself. You're gonna start right off the bat.
Republicans we've been told to worry about.
What are you talking about?
Didn't you watch Biden's speech? Let me fill you in. It turns out that you and I and our democracy are in grave danger. Biden broke the news that the greatest threat to our republic are Trump-supporting Republicans, which in a campaign of Biden against Trump happens to be all Republicans. Those people are violent monsters. Before, I just mistakenly thought they were my fellow Americans.
Just happens to be all Republicans, right? Because they definitely don't support him. Nobody does anymore.
Americans who happen to think differently than me about some things and vote differently. But when the commander-in-chief told me to think about them as dangerous extremists, I realized I had been thinking about them incorrectly. Now I have a more sensible point of view of just thinking about them as the enemy of the state. You can tell how dangerous they are because in an effort to unite the country, Biden divided the country against the enemy, which is half the country. Yeah. And only once...
Did you get it? It makes sense when you think about it like that. In their effort to unite the country, he divided the country against the enemy, which was half the country. It's ridiculous anymore. There's a reason I don't vibe with politics too much. It's for one, I have a temper, a short temper, that I keep under tight control, and yeah, that stuff's just hearing Biden speak gives me an anxiety attack. But, oh, man.
Against the enemy, which is half the country. And only once divided, then the country can unite against the enemy, which is half the country. And get this, while President Biden spoke, he had Marines standing behind him. And we know a president only has military behind him during a speech when we're at war to symbolize the military force that we can use against the enemy. So clearly, the Republicans are the enemy.
You really think they're all dangerous extremists?
I do now.
That's what they're pushing for. That's what they've been pushing for. They want to destroy this country in order for it to be rebuilt under the New World Order. Or whatever the hell you want to call it. One world government, whatever the hell you want to call it. They need to This is the strongest country in the world at the moment. They need to destroy our economy, which they're working on. They need to destroy our oil supplies, which Biden already did. And they need us dependent on other countries again, which Biden already did. And yeah, without all that, they don't have a heartbeat chance in hell of taking over this country. Just like these who was it that was going to come in during COVID? The WHO. You ain't got no business in this country. Got no fucking yeah. Like I said, there's a reason I stay away from politics, and it's because it gets my blood boiling every time. Doesn't matter which side is speaking anymore. They are all lunatics, worse than me. We're not going there yet.
So clearly, the Republicans are the enemy.
You really think they're all dangerous extremists?
I do now. Biden's press secretary, I forget her name, black lady, lesbian, she even said that if you don't think like the majority of Americans, then you're the extremist.
If that's true, Biden's approval rating is only 38%, which means the vast majority of Americans think differently than him, which implies that the people that agree with Biden's thinking would be the extremists.
Right?
Yeah, I thought about that, but the president didn't bring that up during his speech, so it's probably just like an invalid perspective.
Right there. Oh my god. People believe everything they hear and disbelieve the stuff they don't. Like he said. He thought about that, but Biden didn't mention it in his speech, so it's probably an invalid point. And there are people that actually think like that. It is insane. But there you have it. It's crazy.
During wartime. But what he did say is,
Biden's thinking would be the extremists.
yeah, I thought about that, but the president didn't bring that up during his speech, so it's probably just like an invalid perspective during wartime. But what he did say is these dangerous Republicans are semi-fascists. And we know how dangerous fascists are. Just look at what they've done throughout history to take power away from the people. They silence their political opposition. They weaponize federal institutions to hunt their political opponents while protecting themselves against investigation for corruption. They censor their citizens. They constantly inundate them with state-sponsored propaganda. They label voters for their opposition as a threat to society, and they impose restrictions on their citizens that rob them of their liberty.
Do you know that Biden's done all of those things?
Probably just a coincidence, but could you imagine?
Right? I like that. Probably just a coincidence. No, it's not. No, it's not.
If Republican extremists did even one of those things? Liberty.
Do you know that Biden's done all of those things?
Probably just a coincidence, but could you imagine if Republican extremists did even one of those things? That would be fascism. Not good. That's why we're instructed about the dangers of those people.
That kind of talk reminds me of something. Are you aware of the 10 stages of genocide?
Yeah, I'm not stupid. We're currently at stage 6.
Has that ever concerned you?
Not concerned at all, because I listen carefully. The administration says they're protecting our democracy. So it just happens to be that the 10 stages of genocide are the same as the 10 stages.
I want to read this real quick. 1 is classification, 2 is symbolization, 3 is discrimination, 4 is dehumanization, 5 is organization, 6 is polarization. Yeah, we're at 6. 7 is preparation, 8 is persecution, 9 is extermination, wholesale elimination of a group of people. It is extermination and not murder because the people are not considered human. That's just it. And 10 is denial. The government denies that it has committed any crime. Oh, they do that all the time anyway. So, how is that 10? Name a politician that isn't corrupt.
Of protecting a democracy. And we're at stage 6, so we're starting to get really well protected. And I'm hoping we can get to stage 7 by midterms.
So you just believe everything Biden said in his speech?
Yeah, without even thinking about it. Once he emerged from the shadows and started speaking with a blood red background, I was already under a fear response, which made it so the information he was saying just went in and stuck without any interference.
That's the whole reasoning behind the red background and the Marines in the background. Is a fear response. That's the only fucking reason they did it. And people fall for this shit day in and day out. And it's ridiculous. But yeah.
Which made it so the information he was saying just went in and stuck without any interference from my rational discernment.
Did you know that's the classical way to hypnotize a person or induce a large group of people into mass formation psychosis?
I don't know that much about football plays and formations, but
oh my god.
I don't think that.
Just all that football plays. It's so messed up.
Information he was saying just went in and stuck without any interference from my rational discernment.
Did you know that's the classical way to hypnotize a person or induce a large group of people into mass formation psychosis?
I don't know that much about football plays and formations, but I don't think that has anything to do with this. And I don't know who has time to worry about football when we should be busy being scared of the dangerous Republicans.
Oh my god.
This is wartime. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I feel kind of foolish. I've got neighbors over there. They're Trump voters. And dummy me, I've let my guard down when I've been around those dangerous extremists.
That older couple over there?
No. Don't make eye contact. It might provoke them to strike. They're always posing as this sweet old couple, kind and friendly to your face, going out of their way to help you. Now I understand it's just an act. And guess what? I don't think they've ever broken character. That's how deceptive they are.
That is, man. Like I said, there are people that actually think like this. That's the scary part. And they vote too. So, yeah, their vote counts. Well, nobody's vote
Conniving
counts.
extremists. But no more fooling me now. Thanks to Biden's speech, I will correctly see them as the enemy that wants to harm me and our democracy.
Are you sure that's the right way to think about that?
100%. The easy way to tell that's the correct way to think about that is because after someone else told me to think that, in this case, the President of the United States, he shook hands with air again. He always does that after he says something really important.
He shook hands with air again. He does do that a lot. It's hilarious.
With air again. He always does that after he says something really important. It's just his way of showing that what he just said is absolute dependable truth. Think about that. What's up, freedom lovers? President Brandon has inspired the latest design in my Freedom line of merch. Just say no to Satan. Be one of the first to grab yours only at AwakenWithJP.com. Hey there, you beautiful freedom lover. I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Bond Charge, the makers of my favorite evidence-based blue light blocking glasses. Now you might be saying, JP, isn't that Blue Blocks? Well, Bond Charge is Blue Blocks rebranded in an even better way to fully encompass everything they offer. I'll be honest.
Okay. Yeah, my issue isn't really blue light. My issue is headlights. So I gotta wear polarized glasses when I drive at night. Because with one of the side effects of the nerve damage is that my pupil doesn't contract as fast as it should when the lights hit it. So I get blinded very easily on that side. and yeah, not good when you're driving. But anyway, I mean,
Honest with you, I'm on my phone at night doing things, working on my computer. Occasionally, my wife and I are watching a unwoke movie on TV. But here's the deal. We know the blue light coming from those screens is negatively influencing our health, energy, hormonal system, and therefore our sleep. But you don't have to live like a Amish fella to protect yourself from blue light. All I do is put on a pair of my favorite Bond Charge blue light blocking glasses, and I know I'm protected from blue light, so ultimately my sleep, energy, and hormonal system can stay in good balance. These are the blue light blocking lenses in the Maverick frames. The Maverick frames are my favorite because I feel sexy when I wear them. I feel like I was in the movie Top Gun, which I wasn't, but I feel that way. No.
oh my god. He's ate up. I forgot what I was gonna say when he mentioned Top Gun. But yeah, it's funny how all of a sudden the blue light thing became an issue. And it was all of a sudden, it was, jeez. All of a sudden, everybody was talking about it. But yeah. Most of the newer monitors are built with that protection in them anyway.
No, I identify as Top Gun. You get that straight? If you want to take control over how you feel and function, then you know that blocking blue light is a must. And Bond Charge is absolutely my go-to. And you can start taking control over how you feel and function by going to bondcharge.com/JP. And while you're there picking up a pair, use a discount code JP to get 15% off.
There you go.
Enjoy.
And there's the deal, 15% off with the code JP. Like I've said before, these guys take the time to make these promotions. I can take the time to watch them. But yeah, like I said, if you would, head on over. I didn't like that yet. Head on over to JP's channel and hit him with a like and subscribe. And if you enjoyed watching this with me, do the same for me. And tap the notification bell so that you know when I drop my next video. And what else? Leave any suggestions in the comments. I comb through the comments almost daily. That's where I get all of my requests from. I've got 3 folders started. I tend to do a request sheet for each new artist so that if more pop up, I can just put them right in line. But anyway, if you enjoyed watching that with me, like I said, just let me know in the comments any more you want to see me react to. That's gonna just about do it for this video. I will see you on the next one.